5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is About Space, America's return to space, with news and information on our U.S. space program. Is your host of About Space, David Denault.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. Can you believe it's already fall? I hope you enjoyed those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer and fun at the beaches. Well, we kind of take summer for granted, and not really giving much thought about getting a sunburn. But did you know about NASA's Parker Solar Probe mission near the sun? It has returned unprecedented data, accumulating in new discoveries, and I'll have that story next as America and the world are listening to About Space today. About Space invites you to be our guest for the next SpaceX Crew 3 launch on Sunday, October the 31st. Be our guest with overnight lodging at the Best Western on Cocoa Beach with a full breakfast and all the amenities at the Oceanfront Hotel, plus 2 tickets to see the Kennedy Space Center. So come, be our guest. Just go to our special website, aboutspacetoday.godaddysites.com. That's aboutspacetoday.godaddysites.com. And enter today and be our guest for the next manned SpaceX launch. Welcome back. The Parker Solar Probe's observations reveal a very complicated active system not seen from Earth, as NASA describes this incredible mission.
Traveling through the sun's blazing hot atmosphere, NASA's Parker Solar Probe has sent back a complex, close-up view of our star. The spacecraft confirmed that our picture of the sun from Earth is deceptively simple. Parker is the closest spacecraft to the sun, meaning we now have never-before-seen details about the solar wind and solar energetic particles. Solar energetic particles are high-energy particles that can endanger both astronauts and satellites in space. The solar wind is the continuous outflow of particles and magnetic field from the sun. Both speed out, filling up space and affecting space weather throughout our solar system. For the first time ever, we were able to go to the source of the solar wind and solar particles. Here are 5 features Parker saw. We've long known that space is full of cosmic dust. We can even see the dust from Earth because it reflects sunlight. Parker saw evidence that the dust stops at an estimated 3.5 million miles from the sun. As the dust gets closer, the sun vaporizes it, creating a dust-free zone surrounding the star. At Earth, it appears that the magnetic field lines flow evenly out from the sun, but Parker saw them behave in a surprising way. The magnetic field lines flip in a whip-like motion, turning 180 degrees around in a matter of seconds. These switchbacks came in clusters and were timed with fast-moving clumps of plasma in the solar wind. Scientists have long wondered if the solar wind is generated as a continuous flow or in spurts. We now see evidence that the solar wind has rough, irregular texture. The plasma within it also seems to lack an orderly sense of direction. Some clumps of solar material fire out into space, while others fall back toward the sun. Parker found a transition point in the solar wind. The corona is the sun's faint, outermost layer that transitions to the solar wind. Fast-moving particles are a source of dangerous radiation. The more we learn about these eruptions, the better we can protect our technology and astronauts. Parker still has more work to do, but it's already helping us see our star in a whole new light.
But that's not the rest of the story. Now, during a brief swing by Venus, NASA's Parker Solar Probe detected a natural radio signal that revealed the spacecraft had flown through the planet's upper atmosphere. A natural radio signal? Have a listen. So what do you think? Is it a natural radio signal or an alien radio call? And by the way, this was the first direct measurement of Venetian atmosphere in nearly 30 years, and it looked quite different from the Venus of the past. Well, be sure to have your family and friends listen each Tuesday with me on About Space Today, and on Friday, America in Space with Dawn Meyer from Florida's Space Coast. And follow us on Facebook for space news updates at aboutspace.today. And our Tuesday shout-out goes to the Netherlands with its many listeners who enjoy our weekly programs. And to all our friends and listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thank you for listening. I'm David Denault, and this has been About Space Today.